Hey everybody, it's Morel Mushroom season, and if you've seen my videos before, you know I've grown mushrooms in my yard. Now I've done it a bunch of different ways, and this year, again, I'm going to do it a little bit different. But the first thing you need to start out with when making a Morel Mushroom slurry, I call it a Morel Milkshake, because that's what it looks like when we're done. First thing you need is some morels. Now, in the past, I've used, the stems and pieces that I'm going to throw away, but all the spores are in these guys. The one thing I've learned is if you get some morel mushrooms and you leave them set on the counter for a day or two, you'll see almost like they've poof exploded. It's like a filmy stuff, and that's the morels trying to spread their spores. So I'm actually going to use the heads of the mushrooms too, not just the stems. So I got a bunch of pieces here, and I'm going to do the slurry a little bit different this year, hoping for more morel mushrooms in my yard than I've had before, because I've grown them, but not pounds or anything like that. But I get a few here and there. So success growing morels, but I only use the stem. So we're going to use the good part and hopefully have a better result. So first thing I'm going to do is, when making a milkshake, I'm going to pour. Now this is filtered water, not chlorinated. So if you have city water, you want to filter it. If you have country water, then you don't have chlorine anyway. So this is all non-chlorinated water. There's a lot of mushrooms in there. Now, the only thing I'm going to change here, before I've put Karo Syrup in, I'm going to use this as a concentrate and just dump it like this. You could dilute this because there's literally billions of spores in here. So you could take a 55-gallon drum, dump that in, and then just spread it all over your yard. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it just in a 5-gallon bucket of water, and I'm going to have 5 gallons of Morel Spore Milkshake. So I'm going to add just a little bit of flour to this. I'm going to mix them up in the Vitamix, blend it up so everything's ground. We're going to put it in a 5-gallon bucket with some non-chlorinated water, and then we're just going to dump it in one spot in the yard. So let's add our flour. And I'm just going to add just one small scoop. And the reason I'm adding flour, it gives it a little something to bind to. All right, there's my milkshake. Take a look at that. Looks kind of gross, but it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it grows morels. The downside is we're going to have to wait almost a year to see, but let's go plant these. All right, so we got our milkshake. I have rainwater that's been sitting for a couple days in this bucket. It's actually 2.5 gallon, not 5 gallon. We're gonna put our milkshake, we're gonna dump all these guys in here. Look at that. Oh yeah. And now we're just gonna spread this just in this spot right here. It's where I've had the most success. And I've gotten the benefit of watering my wife's plants at the same time, so that's a double bonus. So next year, let's hope we get some great morels. Thanks for watching my video. Click that thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and happy mushroom hunting.